Welcome to the Real P&L Trading Show, where every week I show my real accounts, each tied to a specific trading system, so you can see exactly how each strategy is doing in real time. I also share my proprietary Safe Wheel strategy for free. So good morning, and let's see where we are today. Let's see. I want to make sure that you guys post any questions that you might have. If you have any questions, I'll definitely answer those. If it has anything to do with trading, I've been doing that for over 30 years, or just also the Safe Wheel. I mean, a lot of people are going to have questions about the Safe Wheel, especially if they're a little bit newer. Let's go ahead and get started here. I want to make sure also, let me know in the chat there if anyone shows up there that the audio is working okay. And we'll just move forward here. You can see my account here. This here is the Earnings Edge account. You can see all the trades I've made this year so far. The account's up $10,287. See what the net lick is. 15,736. I'm going to put that into the spreadsheet. 15,736. Okay, so that's last week. So I didn't make a trade this week. My last trade was AVGO, made $310. You can see since I updated in 2025 to my 3.0 version, I have 11 wins, 1 loss, and no break evens, a 91% win rate, which is doing pretty well. This particular year, up 159%. Let's see what the SPY is up. And I show my equity curve every month on my real P&L video, so to prove that I didn't add any money to the account. I think sometimes when you see that really nice result there, maybe if you see other people sharing, their P&L temporarily, they may have added money to the account. So if you want to see their equity curve, especially with Schwab, it's really nice. You can see it, and it'll show whether there's money being put into the account or money taking out of the account. So to give you a real true picture of what's going on. And let's see here. And the account was started with $6,053. This is what Malevolent Loki says, which is true. Yes, I started that. And I'm going to get into the questions a little later, but yeah, that's what the account started with in the beginning of the year, $6,053, and now it is up to 15,800 or 760. Let's see what again. SPY is trading almost at 600, 599.78. Let's put that in there, 599.78. It's up pretty good this week. So now the S&P 500 is up 2.44% for the year. It's up 26% since 2022. My Earnings Edge system since 2022 is up 214%, so outperforming. It is on a risk-adjusted basis. It is a little more risky, but even on a risk-adjusted basis, it's vastly outperforming. All right, let's get into the PL5 Pro. For that, I need to log into this account here. It's going to tell me to log in, and I have to use my phone to kind of authorize the login there. Okay, so that should log in, and let's see what this account's trading at. This is my PL5 account. Let's see, or is it my PL5 Pro? Let me talk about my PL5 Pro. Let's go to that one. That would be, I believe, this one here. Yeah, that has 408.211. Let's call it 408.211. Let's put that in there. 408.211. How's that done over the last week? Well, it was 406.835. So it's doing better. Still down pretty good. But I'm up since I started the account on July 19, 2024. You can see the last 6 months of 2024, I was up 15.99%. And the market was up 6.65. This year, I'm down 12.87. The market's up 5.87, 599. This one's not tracking yet. 599. What is it? 5. So the market's up 2.43. So, yeah, you could see that I'm underperforming a little bit this year. I think by the end of the year, I should be fine. Hit a little rough patch there. Something that hasn't really I didn't see in the forward test, in the back test, but I did see in the forward test. So I had to actually make a change to my PL5 Pro, just a small tweak, and just to not experience the same drawdown that I saw there, which won't be any issues. Should see vast improvements as we move forward. I wonder if there's any questions about that. Yeah, because I'm not afraid to show my performance, or even if I'm down, guess what? You're going to see that too. And I'm not hiding anything. Okay, so that is the PL5 Pro. Let's talk about the PL5. I can't show my entire account because it'll show my account number on here. So this is my PL5. You can see it here, 31,868. 31,868. 31,868. Okay, so up pretty good. And you can see for 2025, the PL5 is down about 3.62%. The market's up 2.44, so underperforming by about 5%. But you can see what happened in the last half of 2024, where I was up 10.2% and the market was up 3.94. So overall, the PL5 is doing pretty much break even, with the S&P 500 up 6.23% and the S&P is up 6.48. So they're up the same. So we're pretty much at break even there with the Premier. With the Premier level 5, not the Pro. Pro's a little different. The Pro is designed to have lower drawdowns than the PL5 itself. Okay, so those are the results for the systems. Let's go into the Safe Wheel. Let's see what the results are for that. Okay, Safe Wheel account. This account here, you can see it's at 5702 is a net lick. 5702, so it's down a little bit this from last week. And you can see that the Safe Wheel for 2025 is up 4.05%, and the S&P is up 2.44%. And so the Safe Wheel overall since 2022 is up 14%, and the market's up 26%. So underperforming nominally, but on a risk-adjusted basis, about break even, because the drawdowns with the Safe Wheel are about half as much as the drawdowns for the S&P 500. So I've got about half the volatility. Okay, so that is the results there. Now I'm going to actually trade the Safe Wheel. That's what I've been doing since 2022. I have pretty much traded every single trade right here in front of you, except for the long calls that I go in and buy. I don't. Those are done on Fridays. All right. Okay, so what's going on with this? First thing I want to do is look at my positions, and I want to look at my hedges. So I've got two hedges. I've got my long call that I bought for $4 on Friday. Every Friday I buy something for $4 or $5 or $6, a long call. So that's usually doesn't pay off. So I spend about $5 a week on that hedge. And then I have my put hedge, which is where I have 3 puts to protect me on the wheel strategy. The wheel strategy is basically a long strategy, right? So if I can own puts here, I'll protect myself from the long strategy. If the stock that I'm trading keeps going up and I'm trading the wheel, that's probably, most likely a good thing, right? Because you're not really going to take losses, and you're definitely not going to get stuck if the market keeps going up. But if the market goes down, or if the position that you have in that stock goes down, you're going to get stuck there if you're trading the wheel. And if you try to take the wheel and do maybe 5 positions or maybe 10 positions, so you try to diversify, what ends up happening is in about a year, year and a half, 2 years, all the positions that you have on end up going down and staying down at some point, and you get stuck in all your positions. Now your capital is not being deployed at all, and you're not collecting any premium, and you get stuck in positions, and you could be down 30-40%, and you can do nothing. Like, you're just stuck there. That's the traditional wheel. That's why I like the Safe Wheel, where I have a hedge, and if the stock goes down, That's okay because I've got three. I might own 200 shares of that stock, but I have three puts, three long puts. So I'm synthetically short 300 shares. So I have my put hedge here. So I have three questions with my put hedge. Number one question is, do I own 200 shares? This is the safe wheel strategy. If I own 200 shares, then I would look and see if this put hedge is paid off. And I don't own 200 shares, so I don't. That's a no. Next question: are my put hedges under 100 days? Excuse me, allergies. So am I under 100 days? No, I'm at 102. Probably next week I'm going to have to move this put hedge because I'm going to be under 100 days, and this will start depreciating too fast for my liking. But I'm good now, 102. And then the next question is this $22 put within 70%? Is it close enough to the actual price of LI? And I'm going to look at that now. And I do that by just dividing 22 divided by the price of 30.19 and see what percent that is. And it's 72%. So it's fine. It's within 70, but it was 69% or 60 or below 69. I would move it closer. So I'd have to actually adjust this. I haven't had to adjust this thing at all. So I've just been collecting premium. All right, so my hedges are in place. Now I run the traditional wheel, the LI. So let's see here. I don't own any shares, so I'm not going to look to write a covered call. I'm going to sell a put. I want to sell a put out of the money, and I want to make sure that I collect a certain amount of premium. I want to get at least 30 cents. So let's take a look at what I can do. I'll go to the trade tab, and I want to do it in the nearest expiration cycle, the one that expires on Friday. Okay, so it looks like I can go to the 29.50 strike and get at least 30 cents. What I like to do is go there and then one closer as long as I'm still out of the money. So I'll collect a little more premium. I'm going to sell the $30 put. And the mid price is 51 cents. I'm 53 cents. Might be able to get $53 for this. I'll do one of these because I have between $5,000 and $10,000. If I had between 10 and 15,000, I do two. Or if I had between 15 and 20,000, I do three. And I always do stocks that are between $20 and $40. Okay, mid price just went down. Let's go ahead. Okay, so that filled at 51. So I just collected 51 more dollars, and we'll see what happens. If the stock goes down, I'll get assigned, and if it goes up or doesn't move, I'll keep the $51. And my hedge is depreciating a little bit, but not as quickly as $50 a week for sure. Okay, so that's the safe wheel. Pretty simple. Just ran the traditional wheel there. Let's see if there's any questions or comments. Let's see here. Malevolent. Look, he says, oh, he's asking, is 6,053 where you started the account? And the answer is yes. That is where I started the account in the beginning of 2025. Now, the account was originally started in 2022 with $5,000. And the next question, and I'm assuming you're asking about the Earnings Edge account. Is it a margin account? Yes, it's a regular margin account. So I run the strategy with a regular margin account. In fact, and I run the safe wheel also with a regular margin account. 270 Mad Mike says, hit the like button. If you like the fact that I share my real P&L and that even if I'm making money, losing money, either way, you're going to see what's happening, hit the like button. I don't know. There were a couple more guys doing that, but it looks like I don't know if there's any more left. There used to be 3 others for sure that were trading options that would show their P&L, but one of them's gone for sure. The other 2 haven't been sharing their P&L lately. I'm not sure. I mean, they're not doing as well either. You know, their accounts are down. I don't know. One of them, the account's not necessarily down. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know. He's not sharing his P&L. And then the other guy, he's down very significantly down. So I haven't seen him share his P&L lately. It's been probably a month or two. I don't know how long it's been. I got to double check, but it seems like he's kind of avoiding it a little bit right now. So it's tough to share your P&L, right? Because, not most people that trade don't make money. And if you don't make money, you're not going to share your P&L. Well, it's not going to do you any good to share your P&L if you have a business model that makes money based on that helping people trade. If you're helping people trade and learn how to trade, and you're sharing your P&L and you're not making money, a lot of people are not going to want to learn from you. That just makes sense to me. But if you want people to share transparency, I mean, I'm out here trying to get people, these instructors, to share their P&L. They won't do it. And if they won't do it, that's kind of a red flag, isn't it? And so that's why I ask, if you hit the like button, this channel will grow and it'll put more pressure on those guys to share their P&L. Because another thing is, it's hard for me to compete with them because it looks like they're making money hand over fist. But when you get down to the bottom line, they're not. They might make money for short periods of time, but then when the market crashes or there's another environment that they're not ready for in the market, and they get significant drawdowns, they don't want anyone to know about it. So they might have a 30 or 40 or 50% drawdown, and they don't want anyone to know. Let's say even they recover and they even make money. Let's say that for this year, they end up making, 15% or 20%, but they were down 50% at one time. They don't care. They're not going to show you that. They're just going to show you that they made 20%, but they don't want you to know they were down 50. Right. So that's why that's one of the reasons for my channel, is to get that out there, to get people, that get these instructors out there to share the truth. I mean, if you want to learn from them, well, what kind of results are you going to get? You need to see the real results that you're going to get from learning from them. Now, if they believe that they don't need to share their results in order to teach people, well, they need to make that known too. Right. If I believe, well, you don't need to learn from me and learn to be a better trader. I don't need to be a profitable trader for you to learn from me. If I believe that, which I don't, by the way, if I did believe that, I should say it. I should let people know that. I should let people know that's my philosophy, right? But you just don't know. So Mad Mike said, hit the like button again. I appreciate it if you hit the like button. That would help my channel grow. It'd also help, again, these guys, these other instructors, force them to share their real P&L or their equity curves. Question here, malevolent Loki. How did you choose LI for this account? Well, I have the safe wheel and I have a filter that I use. There's about 5 or 6 things that I use to filter to get to pick the stocks that I want. First filter is a stock between $20 and $40. That's for sizing purposes. And there's 5 other filters. And in order to get those filters, you used to have to pay me. But right now, I'm doing like an experimental thing to where you can actually get the safe wheel, the whole masterclass, the whole thing for free. So you just hit the link in the description and I'm giving it away for free. So that'll give you those filters to pick the stock the way that I pick the stocks. And I'm giving it away right now. It's usually, I've sold it up to $495, but it's 100% free right now. If you just hit the link in the description, you get lifetime access for that. And there's a flow chart with the rules, there's filters, everything. It's just laid out, black and white rules. So do that, and that'll answer all your questions. Shovel, he's first. Okay, I don't know if you're first because I think I read about 5 comments before yours, but that's fine. I appreciate it, Shovel. I appreciate you coming in here. Shovel's been with me for quite a while. And he doesn't pull any punches either. He'll ask me all the tough questions. All right. So you've seen the safe wheel there. Sign up, get the safe wheel for free. I'm giving it away for free right now. So go ahead and grab it. And just for a limited time, I'm not sure how long I'm going to run this experiment and how long I'm going to be giving away this program for free. but it's available right now. Just hit the link in the description there. Make sure you hit that like button. And in parting, I'm going to start heading out of here, unless there's any more questions or comments. And what I like to say is, on my way out, is if the P&L is not real, what else are they trying to conceal? All right. I appreciate you guys, and I'll be back next week.